What's up, YouTube? It's Nathaniel back with another video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get this video pumping. Let's get this video out there, man. But again, by the title, you can kind of tell what it is I'm feeling to talk about today in terms of, why it's so difficult to find the one, man. And there's a lot of components that go into this when I really think about it. And I'm kind of just free flowing, to be honest. So, nothing scripted, nothing kind of written down or anything like that. But just kind of pondering on this, man. I've had a difficult time myself. Come across, I wouldn't say a bunch of women, but I've been blessed to come across women in my life, definitely. And, I'm 28 now, man. And I don't know if it's just my age or like if it's just the way my life is flowing at this moment in time. But I definitely am, I'm definitely starting to get that itch. And I mean, for a woman, I guess the itch is more so like pregnancy, but for a man, the itch is more so just ready to settle down, man. Like you have a moment of time where you're obviously having fun. You're out here, you're doing your thing. I'm not gonna say you're in the streets or anything like that, but you're definitely out here doing your thing. And for me, it's just like I'm just coming to that part of my life now where I think it's important for me to kind of settle down. And it's not because of no external pressures or anything like that. I think often like when we kind of share these thoughts or we start talking about things like this, it's kind of like, oh, like who's pressuring you into doing this? And it's just again, it's just where I'm at in life right now, man. When I was younger, I used to do the all ages parties and university, had a bunch of fun. Went to a big party school, and not saying life is a party or anything like that, but definitely have my fair share of fun. And over the years, man, I've definitely matured into more so just finding myself. Like I keep telling you guys, I live my life in sevens. So from 21 to really 28 is more so that information, that stage of growth, that stage of development, that stage of finding myself and understanding who I am. And I feel like once you hit 28, I can't really speak about my 30s, obviously, but I know just hitting 28, it's more so, you kind of have to leave things behind or you're catching up to things that you never got to experience. So, I've got to experience a whole abundance of things in my past, which is kind of allowed me to step away from some of the things that I guess a lot of people are now starting to get into. And, I don't really throw shade on nobody or anything like that. But again, I'm just speaking from where I'm at right now and just, why it's been kind of difficult to find that one. And when I say the one, it's obviously a lifetime partner, man. I'm not looking for some just casual. The concubines are definitely out here in abundance. And same with you low level men. But at the end of the day, I'm definitely looking for like a wife. And, my experience thus far hasn't been terrible. But it comes with a lot of trauma the more you get older. And I don't use trauma in a bad word or in a bad sense where it's like, oh, it's traumatizing to be dating and stuff like that. I use it in the sense of, now I have more discernment. I have my scruples are sharper. I'm able to kind of pick up on things a lot quicker than I was before, but I also get a lot more emotionally attached, which is something that I never really had a problem with. I was able to kind of disassociate myself from people, relationships in a healthy way in which where, if I knew it wasn't really going nowhere, I kind of could take my feelings and put them to the side, so to speak, and not really carry them on my sleeve. But now I don't know what it is, man. It's just like I said, man, the last few women that I've been with is no matter what, even if I knew they were a concubine or I knew they were, not women of substance or anything like that, it still was difficult to walk away than it's been in the past. And again, I think it's just like that urge, that itch. And I obviously, I do want to feed it, but again, I'm not going to be a fool about it either. And again, like in a position like this, like men can really find like a woman and settle. Um, but not only settle, just make some unwise decisions, man. Like sometimes, guys just, I'm at that age and I'm feeling it and they just want to, get a woman pregnant. And I mean, damn, man. I mean, they ain't even think about the baby, the life that comes with it. They want to get married. They don't know why they want to get married, but they just, again, it's that feeling. And again, as a man, you can't, excuse me, you can't go off of strictly your feelings. You do have to have a level of discernment. You do have to be able to evaluate and step out and see what you're ready for. And I think that's really what maturity is understanding what you are ready for and what you aren't ready for. And finding the one comes with that, right? Like, you want to be able to make sure that no matter what, you're making the best decision, not only for yourself, but for the person that enters your life. And with that, that level of maturity, understanding that, it's either you're ready for this in terms of what you look at, finances, huge aspect, got to be financially there. Or have you moved out? Are you paying your own bills? Do you have disposable income? Are you investing? These different things, man, they play a vital role into, establishing that next phase of life. No matter what people tell you, I don't care, man. You can't be ready unless you got your finances in order. And that's for any man out there. And you're not a true man unless you're taking care of your finances first. And you have that disposable income to bring in that woman into your life. But not only that, that you could also lead and educate her. That's a form of protection too, right? So it's many aspects, obviously the emotional side of things, like being able to, because I have personally been in a long-term relationship like that. I've been with people for a long time, but to say I've been in a long-term relationship, I mean, damn, there's some of these women I be meeting, man, they be in these 7 years. I mean, 7 seems to be the most common one. I don't know about you guys, comment below, but I come across these women all the time, man. 7-year relationship, 5-year relationship, and it doesn't work out. And I always think, like, why doesn't it work out? I mean, isn't that the one? Isn't that the one if you've been with them for so long? But again, people are just a little premature. People just want to do things because they see things going on in other people's lives. And again, they just want to kind of just fit in with the crowd. And I've always gone against the grain. So I think that's why it's been a bit difficult for me to kind of find the one. It's not that I'm picky or choosy, but at the end of the day, I like to take my time. And a lot of people I feel are in a rush. They're in a rush to get this going, to get that going, to do this, to do that. And for me, it's about, understanding again where I'm at, and then making the best decision for the other person as well, because obviously we know that men, they control relationships, whereas the woman, she controls more of the physical aspects and stuff like that. So, why is it difficult? I think it's an abundance of things, man. I really couldn't just nail it down to one thing. I think, am I truly ready is often the question that I ask. Again, looking at it from all aspects, emotionally, physically. Am I able to endure? Am I able to have perseverance? Am I able to be patient with the other person, man? Like, a lot of these women I come across, they're not terrible women, but like, damn, I mean, shit. I mean, you got to have a level of patience that, like, it really be testing me, man. And I'm like, I don't like to get into arguments or do anything like that, man. I like peace of mind. I like to just be kosher. I just like to, you know, just make sure everything's flowing in sync, man. So there's so much things that, make it troublesome. And again, I'm not here to blame nobody. I mean, we have a poor society of men, or I would say males and simps, who don't understand these things. And again, they push the envelope on these women. And they think by, impregnating a woman or getting married or something like that is going to change her, man. You got to evaluate the person for who they are and understand where they fit and what category they fit in. And there's nothing wrong with that. Again, my father always said, like, understand what you're being used for, because everybody's going to be using you for something. So the quicker you can understand that, the better you can at, making your decision as to move forward or not. And then as for you passport bros, I mean, shit, man, y'all ain't helping nothing, man. I mean, whatever, man. Y'all want to go and, pop some bras overseas, that's one thing. But you guys want to go and get married and bring them back over here, that's a totally different thing, man. Y'all ain't helping anything. So, I don't mean to be like all over the place with this, video or anything like that. But I'm just saying there's just a lot of factors that go into finding the right person. And where I'm really trying to get at is just take your time, man. You know, again, you might internally feel like it's the time. Externally, you might be hearing that it's the time, but you have to be able to make the right decisions, not only for yourself, but for the people around you and the people you bring into your life, because that is a form of love. That's a form of sacrifice that we often overlook. So, you know, I just wanted to leave you guys with that, man. It might be difficult to find the one. It might be difficult for you to find the one. But again, just take your time, take your time, take your time. And when you're in these relationships, there's no rush, especially as a man. You don't have a timeline. So there really is no rush in settling down with somebody. Just make sure they're the right person. Make sure that you see them through trials and tribulations. Make sure that you take them away on a trip so you can see what they're like. Make sure that you meet their parents. Make sure that you do the little things, man. Like, it's the little things that is going to amount to, if this person is right, and try to do it as fast as you can. But man, honestly, within the first couple of conversations, you should know who you're dealing with and what you're dealing with. And again, why is it difficult? Beats me, I don't know, but all I do know is you guys got to take your time. I can't stress that enough. And I can't stress it enough for myself, even though I have that itch, even though I have that desire, that urge to want to settle down, man, as long as it takes is as long as it takes. I just got to make sure I'm preparing myself, making sure that I'm ready and that I can bring in that right person and, be spiritually there, mentally there, physically there, emotionally there, and obviously financially there as well, man. So I'll leave you guys with that, man. If you're struggling to find the one, if it's difficult for you to find the one, just be patient, man. Have good discernment and make the right decisions, man. Do not pressure yourself into doing anything that you shouldn't be doing, and understand, the flags when you see them, man. And it's also okay to walk away. It's okay to tell somebody have a good day. It's okay to just, send them walking papers and keep it pushing, man. It is okay, man. Because again, if that person came in, I guarantee another person's gonna come in, man. So keep your head up. Don't dwell on it too much. And I speak, in a affirmational, if that's even a word, affirmational standpoint, by talking to myself while talking to you guys, man. So all the best to the next video, man. Keep your head up, man. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.